Good afternoon, everyone. This is Dr. Diggs. It's another beautiful day out here in the Pacific Northwest. Today, we're going to be talking about the third and final update for the Titan card that was announced earlier today, and we're going to be talking about how it changes the viability of some units that you never really thought about. Now, if this is your first time hearing about it, they did put out a statement saying that the Titan stats were incorrect on release. So this has been an ongoing saga. I'm sure everyone here is just like, oh my gosh, this is ridiculous. However, I think this is to be expected. They are giving us something new. They're trying to refresh the card. And I have a feeling the reason we're getting these card-specific buffs is because we are going to be getting potentially maybe some special Halloween cards or some special adjustments in the future. So instead of giving attack plus 30, which is what we thought it was, it actually gives attack plus 30% for Aileen, Glaciela, Lorenzo, and Ramada. Now, this is really substantial for Glaciela, and I'll start just talking about Glaciela, because in my experience with Glaciela, I still haven't figured out the perfect composition for her yet. And in my experiments, you'll see an arena video coming out here in the next couple of days of essentially my top 500 attempts to put together a good comp with Twitch chat to make Glaciela viable with a variety of different abilities. What I can tell you this 30% attack will do, it's probably going to be that difference for Aileen in one-shotting units in top-tier arena, top-tier guild battles, because there were many times while I was in those arena situations where an Ayaka survived by a sliver of health, where an Agrius or a Ruinstern survived by a sliver of health. So I think this attack plus 30% for Glaciela is going to be that final caveat to her build that is going to make her kind of the perfect one-hit killer right now in the top-tier arena in guild battles. She's already pretty beastly, but if you want her to be on the level of Ruinstern, you really do need to have the Titan card with this bestowed effect on it. Now, in terms of Aileen, this is, in a way, also refreshing Aileen, right? And in many ways, it's a little unfortunate that King Elda wasn't put on here, but at the same time, it's kind of nice to see Aileen get a buff, right? We talked recently in the Freyevia video about how with Freyevia coming out, it would have been really nice to give her a second mastery ability. It would have been a really good refresh for her character. And if we're not giving second mastery abilities, I think being able to put abilities on cards like this for global to sort of freshen up units that were kind of previously put down or slid slowly into the back of the meta, a little bit of a refresh for people who have them, is absolutely fantastic. There are tons of people who are going to be using this card with their Aileen. I have no doubt Oron J is out there losing his mind for the buff that this is going to give Aileen. He's probably like, oh man, we pulling on this Titan card. So in terms of what the Titan card is going to be able to do for some of those other units, I think this is an amazing direction for them to take the game. I think the Titan card is extremely relevant, and I think this refresh or this buff is exactly what the card needed. There's a lot of people out there who are saying this card is too powerful or it's too niche, and they're wrong, I would say, in many regards. I don't think this card is a niche card. Piercing meta is going to be around for a long time. We have Kane coming in the near future. We also have many units that are run as Pierce units, either in live PvP or in other content that you might not think about, right? Quite famously, in the most recent anniversary videos, I sat down with Prodigy and he talked about the relevance of Piercing Ziza. The fact that we can put this card on a Piercing Ziza and it gives the party ability Man-Eater up on physical attacks is extremely powerful. That effect is way more powerful than potentially, say, Slash Attack or, you know, something that might be able to get resisted a little bit more, right? It's universal. It's going to help everybody in the party. It's not just going to help slash attackers, and it's not going to help pierce attackers. Now, if you did have a specific composition, like a specific slash comp, or maybe a specific, I don't know, fist comp or spear comp, probably this card will still be on there if it's a pierce comp. Maybe not for a slashing comp. Maybe Moraga is going to replace it instead. Either way, I think this card is not as niche as people are saying. I think the revamps that have been done to it are amazing. I really wish that it had been more clear in the communication. I understand, though, the reason it probably wasn't clear is because these adjustments are probably them adjusting to our feedback, asking for more involvement, and trying to make a card more relevant, right? Trying to add abilities to make us engage with the VCs more, which is what they've done in JP and what they've continued to do in JP. I imagine this is going to be the standard going forward, and I'm actually really excited for next week, or not next week, but the week after, when we actually get the God, what's it called? The moon card. Translate it here. Bloody Moon, right? And I think the Bloody Moon is probably the reason this happened, because I have a feeling they might either change up the Bloody Moon for Halloween, or they might add a special ability to it. I don't know. I don't know if they're going to do that. However, I think it's likely that why we're seeing this is, one, because they're trying to roll out quality of life to us, two, because they're trying to refresh units that are not fully refreshed, and three, there's probably something coming in the near future that is going to be relevant or going to need this, right? That might be a Halloween card, potentially. So all of these things are fantastic. The communication, unfortunately, was not. The mistranslation was a bummer. However, I think when we got to the end of this and we really looked at what we got, even if we had gotten just the attack plus 30, I think many people were still happy with the attack plus 30 and how relevant that attack plus 30 was going to be, right? It was like a cherry on top. Well, now we got an attack plus 30% for 4 different units, and it's literally like taking the cherry and the cupcake and just smashing it on the ground and calling it good. Overall, I think it's an amazing card. The Esper is also great to boot. I don't think it's as niche as people think, and I have a feeling we're going to be seeing this card as a mainstream primary meta card in the near future, particularly for those that are going to be waiting for Kane or pulling for Kane. Thank you so much, everyone. I appreciate all of you guys hanging out and listening to me today. Of course, if you are new to my channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button. If you are planning on purchasing Visior, you can use my affiliate link, dig.gs/coins. Also, make sure to come check us out at Discord at dig.gs/discord. Come say hi. I'm not completely unapproachable. I am kind of a tiny YouTuber. Thank you so much, everyone, and have a great rest of your day.